Okay, welcome back to NQIS Steve. Doing a quick vid today, and this quick vid is about cheap quadcopter frames. Now, if you've watched any of my vids before, you probably know I'm a bit of a cheapskate, and I look for the least expensive equipment I could find to go out and enjoy myself at flying around. Now, been watching an awful lot of FPV videos lately and a lot of the talkback sort of videos and listening to all the experts telling you stuff. And it's been really entertaining, and it's great to listen to experts in any field, especially if you enjoy the field they're in. Now, but I'm just getting pretty tired of them flogging expensive gear over cheap gear. And they've all got something to say basically about not buying stuff off Banggood or eBay. Oh, don't do that, you'll regret it. All my stuff's come off Banggood or it's come off eBay, and I haven't really regretted anything about it. This is a $12 Australian dollars, about $9 American frame. And the amount of times I've crashed this frame is uncountable. It's almost as many battery packs as I've put through it, I've crashed it. Okay, and just recently, I'm doing a nice big power loop, and stupid me drove it into the ground upside down and I broke the frame. Now, I'm just saying that if the $100 frames or $70 frames were so good, they would be doing tests showing you them smashing into a wall next to a $12 frame and it survives and the $12 frame doesn't survive. Or they'd be doing blind tests with a really good pilot, half a dozen cheap frames and a half a dozen expensive ones, and getting them to pick out which one they like to fly the best. And that would go for motors, that would go for props, that would go for the video transmitters. If that was the case and all this name brand stuff was so much better than the clone stuff, they would be doing those blind tests. Now, I watch an awful lot of stuff on FPV quadcopters, and I haven't seen very many blind tests being done by the experts. The reason why they don't do the blind tests, because I don't believe they could tell the difference. And they're shit scared of picking a crappy $200 one over an expensive $500 machine. So guys, do yourself a favor and pick up the least expensive carbon fiber frame you can. And believe me, it's going to last you just as long as a $100 frame. Make sure that the screws you put in, maybe you have to replace the screws and put slightly longer screws into your standoffs. But the aluminium standoffs are exactly the same as the aluminium standoffs on other frames. They're no thicker, they're no stronger, they're not made of different material, they're made of aluminium. All right, so, you know, experts are experts, but would you rather drive around in a Ferrari or a Falcon? Of course you're going to drive around in a Ferrari, but can you afford one? So you drive around in a Ford. All right? If you can afford a Ferrari, you buy a Ferrari. If you can't afford a Ferrari, you buy a normal car. All right? And that normal car gets you to the shops with just as much entertainment. The stereo in it's just as good. You know, the dashboard does its job. The steering wheel's the same shape. Anyway, I'm just a little bit peeved off with all these experts telling you not to buy the cheap clone stuff. Don't listen to them. If their gear was so good, they'd do blind tests showing you. Or they'd do a stress test with a machine and break the frame over a cheap one and show you. And they don't do these tests because it's no better. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like what I said. I don't care. Put in the comments that you don't like what I said or you did like what I said. See you on the next one.